Hello everyone, you're watching Altek2k Gaming. In this video, we're continuing with our Shield Crush Gladiator Play Along at Home series, and we're in Act 9. In Act 9, we need to walk all the way to the far edge, and just walk out the door we would have done as if we're heading towards Act 5. And it's pretty much the same, however, now it's kind of snowy. I'm guessing it turned winter while we were away. I've been playing a Cyclone in Trade League, so this feels a bit weird. Now the bridge we normally cross has gone. We need to just head upwards and to the right, and we'll get this little bridge. So we head down each of those twisted areas until we get to the next one. Now mostly they're in the top right, but sometimes where there's a bridge, they'll be in the bottom left, which I think is one of these. There we go. Now I decided instead of speeding up all these sections, I was just going to cut out bits to make it flow a little better and a bit quicker. I'm still trying to find the right format for these videos. It's quite difficult to sort of get the right balance of playthrough detail and efficiency. Where's the exit? We are at the Vasui Desert, or Vasui Desert. Now in here there is a quest marker, there's also a waypoint. We need to get both, and then the exit's top left. How many hit points have you got? Or has my damage dropped off? Damage doesn't seem to have dropped massively off. Actually, we got a skill point. I want to see where we were, because it's been a while since I played this. It's been a couple of days, and I've forgotten where my skill tree was. We should be going a little bit faster than this. And eventually we'll find the waypoint. Like those, and apply a skill point. What are we going for? We're going to path into here, because I noticed that you get extra crit. And 2% increased attack damage per 75 armor or evasion rating on shield. So it's an extra boost on top of what we already get from the skill. So the node up leading up to that was just a defensive buff to the shield. Doesn't actually give us any bonus. Just to defenses. I'm kind of hoping we drop a unique shield. I know that could be a lot to ask for in solo self-found. Although I've dropped loads in Trade League. Where is the quest marker? Being evasive. Oh, that's the exit. I'm actually going to drop a portal here. Just in case the quest marker's really close back to the thingy. Where are you? No, really, where are you hiding? It's got to be here somewhere. But it's right back over here. There we yes it is. This is always the last place I look, because it's not very common for it to appear here. The attack speed on this does feel super nice. Now also, how many sentences do we get? We must have 2 already. Okay, now we can go to the waypoint, port back to town, and then back through the port, and then into the foothills. Now in the foothills, we want to head straight upwards-ish, and we'll find the waypoint. Now, from the left of this waypoint, there is somewhere a centaur named Boulderback that we have to kill to get a calendar of some sort. Ooh, I'm going to do this purely to see. I think this is the first one we've had, just to see how this handles it. Because we should be defensive enough to tank most of this stuff. The speed of going through the door is not amazing, I've got to say. Let's cut these health healing things. Activate flasks. Ooh, that was a big hit. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit you in the kidney. But it's better than me dying. Just going to hand in this quest and sell some stuff because we're a bit full. Now the other thing we want to get at some point soon is a 5-link. And actually, I didn't go through gear at the beginning of this, did I? We're using prismatic eclipse at the moment, which gives us 12% increased global attack speed per green socket. So we're getting 36% increased global attack speed, which is quite a lot. It also gives them some strike range, which just increases the range of the shield, I think. The shield we've got is pretty good. It's 677 armor and a load of resist. Boots are movement speed, nothing special. Belt, nothing special. The gloves we're keeping at the moment just because they're a 4-link. Nothing special about those either. And our rings are just helping with resistances, and our amulet is also terrible. It's got some accuracy though. Okay, let's find Boulderback. Now the exit to this area is always left. So we'll head that way and hope he's on the way. Another 6-socket. Oh, these chaos. How many? Hey, we leveled again, because there was so much stuff here. Still don't know where Boulderback's hiding. Is that him? Yes, it is. Okay, let's kill him. Damage is really pretty good. Yeah, let's apply the skill point, and this really is a no-brainer because it really scales with the shield. It's nowhere near as effective as the shield's damage, but it's just extra. It's 5,875 DPS. I should have checked beforehand, really. That actually seems to have made a noticeable difference. And I think that's what you're going to find with this build. It is by no means the fastest skill for leveling, but it is heavily defensive. And I think at endgame it's going to be extremely strong. Just right now, because it levels with a shield, the longer we leave it between shield upgrades, the longer it's going to take to feel good. You see we're tearing through in there. Is he going? Is he going? He is down. Now, I think in hindsight, if I was leveling this again, I would probably level with Ground Slam or something like that, because it's a lot quicker and a lot more powerful. There's the other one as well. I can't remember what it's called, but it leaves a big sort of line in front of you that does explosions along the way when you hit a mob. That's also a good one for leveling with. Yeah, I don't think I'd level with this. But I find it's much more interesting for you guys if I'm actually playing the skill that I'm going to play endgame as I'm leveling it. Because you didn't really come here to see Ground Slam or the other one. So, where's the exit? There's a lot of blues in this area today. Now, hopefully I'm lucky. I've been leveling a Cyclone, sort of off-camera. I was extremely lucky to drop an X in this act, so hopefully that will happen on this character as well. Not that an X has anywhere near as much value in this league. I suppose it does, really. It's giving you better items by slamming on extras. In Trade League, you can buy an awful lot with an X. Ow, bleed. He's down. Ooh. No! I think it's time we rolled an anti-bleed flask. Although I don't normally like doing that until I've picked up my last type of flask. Now also, it might be worth getting a little bit of armor on the character as well. By trading out that second. Let's do that, actually. Trade that out. Okay, in here, I'm messing around a bit. You don't really need to. You literally just need to go to the center, grab the waypoint. And then we jump immediately to the far right of the arena. Keep using the wrong movement skill. I'm not used to having movement skills that can't jump over objects. Ooh, channel map. Now, my Cyclone actually got absolutely 0 maps while leveling, which was bizarre. I'm glad it wasn't my first character, otherwise I don't know quite what I'd have done. I'd have got the free map, but one free map is not going to take you very far. Okay, this is the stairs, so the next area is top middle. Now, if this was the Refinery, the next area would be left of the arena. So you always come this way first because it's the tell of where the next one is, based on what it is. Now, I'm also dropped into the correct stance now because I don't think I've been using the correct stance to fight rares or uniques. You've really got to be in blood stance for that because our movement and attack speed is based upon it. Off the challenger charges we get for hitting these things. In the right stance. Ow, that hurts. Are you going to come out? Actually, damage is actually reasonable once you're in the correct stance. I hate this fight. You're constantly having to move around and it's just a pain in the ass. Okay, that's freed up a bit. Giving us some space to fight. Now let's just switch stances again because we're fighting mostly trash. Back to blood. This fight really isn't that much of a problem, especially with this level of tankiness, but that guy just charges at us and goes invisible. But when it's hitting us like this, no damage. The most dangerous thing is the tornadoes. Grab the feather. To talk to this lady, hand in the feather. Skill book. Now you can either hand this in to her or to Suni. let's path through here, because these shield nodes are on the way. We do need to port back here pretty quickly so the area doesn't respawn, because remember we have our tell from the fight on the left. And then straight upwards and to the right slightly. There we go. Now it'd be interesting to see how this character handles the refinery, because the boss in here is one of my least favourite bosses. I think I hate him even more than the Cauldron Wench in Act 8. Oh, this is basically up, right, in all situations. And then here, there's the thingy. Now, it does change the layout slightly, but it's always the same direction. Okay, this is the fight I hate. It's going to hit the ground, and it's going to start shooting up. It gives you a little delay, so you know where it is. After that, he's going to do it again, and we've got lightning in the arena now, which shocks and hurts us, so... Ow, 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 ow. Keep moving around to stay out of the lightning. And also stay out of his effects. And that's going to be a lightning shock. And he's done it again. It can be quite awkward getting near him. You really do not want to stand in the lightning when you fight. That's going to hurt. It's actually doing fairly okay on the arena. It's not as spread out as it usually is. It's pretty all in one place, making it fairly easy to avoid him and attack him. Now, the earthquake he uses sort of pops up 3 times, so just be aware of that. He's going to shock again. That will hurt if we don't get out of the way. Ow, 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 ow. Come on. Oh. I don't know what's worse, him or the lightning. Come on. Come and find me, that's it. You would have to do that. Just ruin the... Oh. Balls. Ah, see, that hurts a lot. And we got him. No death. And then in here, grab the... My heart's pounding after that. It's one of the only fights in the game that can do that. Well, except if I'm above level 90, and then every boss fight's a scary bit. Actually, we should log here. And we're back in. I don't know why I didn't log there. I thought it was maybe the map. Weird. Okay, I get that, which opens up the Scorpion area. We're not going to go there quite yet. To the foothills, and then up here into the Boiling Lake. In the Boiling Lake now, we are going to head upwards and right. That's pretty much always where the boss is in here. I think I'm doing okay for levels, so what's the area? 62, 57, yeah, 5 levels, that's fine. Where is he? There he is. Okay, this fight is fairly simple. He goes around in a circle, and he starts firing fire. Whenever he goes into these long attacks, you can just get behind him and attack. Now he's usually doing the Medusa thing, which will freeze you in place, so always be behind him when he does those things. You do have a little bit of a telegraph notice that these are going to happen, so you can get behind him in time. So there's no really excuse to get trapped by him. He's attacking our totem, but not us, which is good, and he's dead. These people all unlock when that happens. They're normally not a problem. And now we can log. Shields. What's our block chance now? 48%. It should go up to 50. Yep. Back in the Vasui Desert now. We're going to head straight upwards. Maybe slightly to the right, if anything. And there's an entrance to this area. Now, it's protected by this. But that flask we had, the blue thing, opened it up. Now, in here, there are 2 areas. Only one of them leads us to where we want to be. It's not the Forbidden Vault we want. How many mobs? Okay, they're all dead. The sandpit is where we want to be. Now in here, there's Shikari, the Scorpion. She hurts quite a lot. She also does this strike, and if you're in front of her, it hurts like hell. I think they fixed the issue where she used to hit behind her when she did that as well, even though they didn't show it. Now the reason she's so dangerous is she poisons you. We've generating life so slowly. And actually, we're still in the wrong stance again. Now, when she's travelling down here, you want to keep up with her. Because if you don't, she'll just keep firing at you from a distance. Once you catch up to her, she goes underground and moves on again. Which prevents her from firing at you quite as often. And again, straight behind her. And now she'll be at the end of here. And when she goes under, she will open this sandy passageway. We're going into blood stance again now, because this is a boss fight. Now, when she's at the ground, you can hit her. When she's underground, you cannot. So, when she's attacking you overground, hit her as much as possible. When she goes underground, keep moving around. Basically, she's going to try and pop up wherever you were, so keep moving. When she jumps out the ground, she hurts quite a lot when she lands on your head. Ow! Why am I not blocking this stuff? Now, when we kill her as well, just one thing to note, she leaves this purple stuff on the ground. It's a dot effect that really hurts. And then every so often she'll go into the centre like that and just fire outwards, so just keep circling around her. And if we stand in this quicksand, you'll notice we actually start slowing down as we sink. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Before you go down again. Yes, she's dead. We get a skill point for killing her. Let's log. Okay, we're going to talk to Iraja again. Get a skill point for killing Shikari. Now in here, Jun is there, so we can unveil. Which is a lot more convenient than you have to go back to your hideout and do it. Now we're going back to the quarry, talk to Sin, and he'll open this area. Skill point is going to be Solidity, which gives us 20% increased damage while holding a shield, 8% elemental resistance while holding a shield, and 3% chance to block attack damage while holding a shield. So we're now at 53% block chance. And we go down to the belly of the beast. Now I think there's an Einar recipe for the bleed flask, I could be wrong. We can have a look in a bit. And that's the problem with damage over time effects, you can't block them. So they're one of the most dangerous things for us, because most attacks we can block. Or certainly once we've got the next ascendancy. Because the next ascendancy makes our spell block equal to our attack block, meaning we can attack, meaning we can block spells as well. Where is the exit? If anyone has found a way of getting through here in a consistent fashion, please do let me know, because it drives me up the wall, this area. It seems to be so random. And maybe it's just so samey that I don't realise what the general flow is. Okay, we got to the Sphincter. And this is where we killed, or it's supposed to be where we killed Malaga. And these are the little tree heart or organ things that we got to destroy that we've just gone into. Now, at the end of each of these is one of the bosses, like Malagaro, Chevron, or Dodri. We have to fight them again. Now, you want to keep moving in general in these areas because there's effects that appear if you, like these tornadoes, and also a character appears and slashes you. So to avoid those, just move through quickly. This fight can be annoying. She fires those balls, and you really do want to avoid them. I'm in the wrong stance again. Those big balls hurt an awful lot, but they're easy to avoid, because it takes a while for her to charge them and just stand behind her while she's doing it. That slam will kill you. And I dodged that one purely by mistake. And that one as well. It's just generally a good idea to circle round it. And that's basically why I'm dodging her. When she goes in the air, she's untargetable. So attack these things underneath her, but you can't attack her. Okay, that hurt. So what I should have added is those books that appear on the floor explode and deal damage, so don't stand in the middle of all the books. God, she hurts. And she's down. Where is this shot or something? Nope, they're all capped. Massively capped, actually. Malaga, he should be easier, hopefully, although he does deal chaos damage, which we have a negative resistance to. Now, negative resistances, I believe, act as multipliers, so you'll take more damage when you've got negative resist than if you have 0 resist. Malagaro's arena. Go back to Bloodstance. You want to avoid his purple chaos damage grenades on the floor, or mines, or whatever they are. And now he's going to throw out every so often those chaos things. I'm taking him down nice and quickly, actually, and he's not doing an awful lot of damage to us, so I was right there. Now he splits into multiple copies. I'm actually going to go... Actually, they're all rare, so... Let's stay in Bloodstance. And eventually there'll only be the real one left, and he'll die. Go to his heart, we can just shoot through here. Get block, and then up into these life nodes. Okay, this version of the fight, there's these things that pop out of the ground. Ow! Jesus, keep circling around. Those red things hurt like hell. Now, these things that pop out of the ground are actually protecting you, so don't destroy them. If only she'd... Yeah, my life isn't enough. I very rarely die to these fights. And it's quite frustrating to only do one shot and walk around her. Now the same thing applies as when you fight her in Act 4, in that there's actually curses coming off these totems. So you can see we're heavily enfeebled, we're slowed with temporal chains, and we have the other thing. We can remove these, I think, by destroying the totems, but then we lose our defensive layers if we do that. So yeah, we've got rid of the... most of them now. They're going to pop back up, and she's going to use them. So if the fight is sustained, destroy the monoliths. Just to get rid of the curses and make you much, much faster. It's enfeebled, so we want to get rid of that as well, because that lowers our damage. Temporal chains just pop back up. She's down. That took a long time. Okay, now talk to Sin. And this middle bit will open to the final fight, the biggest fight of the act, which is the trio. That's all 3 of these bosses here to say hello. It really is an abomination. And it does all kinds of attacks on the floor. As you can see, you got Malagaros there, you had some shocking thing. Ow. Now when we take her down, eventually, where are you going? You're gone. Now she's phased, you get scorpions. These scorpions are lethal. Now that puddle hurts, and so does those red... Quite a... Jesus. Stop it. This is feeling really bad. And there's not an awful lot we can do about this, really. Unless we drop a decent shield off, killing her. Now also, as the fight goes on, she'll start pushing those balls out like Chevron did, but unlike Chevron's balls, they stick on the edge of the arena for ages. Really reducing the area you can go into. I think she's on her last phase now. So we get more scorpions. We should have really been dropping our totem, which we haven't been doing, because that will increase our damage. Behind her. So they do disappear, it just takes a long while. Now, because we were stood really close to the edge of the arena there, her attack went there instead of into the middle of the arena, which is quite nice for survivability, and she's down. Then talk to Lilywroth to sail to Oriath. So, final act, 7 hours, 15 minutes. With that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.